everybody. Welcome to the show. So I've noticed I'm at the age where I've traded my six-pack abs for six bad back apps. What? Let's start the show.
In a cabin, going crazy, 'cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. Come on, we've been a Zoom meeting civilization for 9 months. You know the drill. Just be polite, okay? We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our strange quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey everyone, it's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Lenny Schmidt,
live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Yay! This is where everybody pretends they care.
Yay!
Yay! I don't hear anybody. Is everybody muted? Are you okay? There you go. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell. This is the Virtual Comedy Show where we answer that age-old question, how did I ever have a comedy career? Okay. We welcome Lenny Schmidt to the show. He is a brilliant comedian, one of my friends from Carnival in Chicago. I did his show this week. It was fun. It was exciting. He's also seems to not be wearing pants, but that's okay. We won't see that part tonight. So Lenny, I think you've seen the show, Lenny, right?
Yes, I have. I did research.
Okay, good. So you know now I'm going to start telling jokes, and everybody hopes it gets over quick. So here we go. Let's start with joke number one. Valerie, you're here. Are you ready for joke number one? Wave your hand. Yay, Valerie's ready. Here we go. Joke number one. So, did you see 50% of Trump voters have refused the COVID vaccine? 50%. The same 50% that keep going on social media demanding we give Trump credit for creating it. So that's nice. That to me is a lot like saying that your wife's meatloaf is the tastiest, yet spitting every bite into your napkin. Yeah, everybody should be eating this. By the way, one great advantage of being a conspiracy nut is you get to take every side in an argument and agree with the part you like, but rally against everybody else. Which is why, after this show tonight, I am going to post my meme. It's going to say, "We the people demand there be no mail-in voting." And I'll do that right after I drop my ballot off at the post office. A lot of mics off tonight. At least that's what I'm going with. Okay, joke number two. Lenny's frozen, by the way. Joke number two. Have you all seen? By the way, have you seen these memes? I see them every other day where somebody says, "We the people demand," and then it ends with "make this go viral." Have you all seen? Wave to me if you've seen these. Oh,
Yes,
you've all
sir.
seen these posts? Yes, I know. And you know what? It says make it go viral. And I do. I message everyone I know with, "Hey, look what a moron sent out." I do that every time. Number three. Oh, wait, I flipped number three over. I got to flip it back. Hey, by the way, it was St. Patty. This is a Chicago bit. It was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and a past tradition was back in Chicago. Did you see the past tradition that was back? No, I'm not talking about 30 murders in one night that no one does anything about. Ooh, is that too rough? So anyway, but they dyed the Chicago River green again. The river for the past, in the 70s, the river was just a cesspool of sludge. I remember back when I was a kid, the river, it smelled and it was gross. But over the past 25 years of environmental controls, the river has come back and now supports a wide array of wildlife. Well, this year the mayor was proud to say, screw that, dump a bunch of chemicals in there. Good for you, Chicago. Okay. I don't think we're all feeling it this week so far. Let's see what's next. The Catholic Church. You know, it's always nice to talk about the Catholic Church, isn't it?
Always.
I'm sure we've all seen, hey, Joni's here. That makes it all good. Joni, you've got to unmute so we can hear at least you fake laughing. I like my friends with a fake laugh. Here we go. So the Catholic Church has refused to bless same-sex unions. This was a statement by the Congregation of the Doctrine of Faith from the Vatican office. The exact quote was, "It is impossible for God to bless sin. Oddly, it also seems to be impossible for God to see child pornography on a priest's computer."
Okay.
You're in trouble.
I'm pausing. I'm pausing for that one.
Dark.
That was dark. That was dark. Okay, so speaking of not dark at all, J-Lo and A-Rod, I'm going easy because it ends hard, this show. J-Lo and A-Rod have broken off their engagement this week, surprising 0 people. You'd think, though, that a couple of 50-plus-year-old serial marrying self-absorbed narcissists would really have a chance to go the distance, wouldn't you? These kids, I don't get it. What's sad is, if you want to see an example of a long-term marriage in Hollywood, you got to look to Woody and Soon Yi. Hey, Lenny joined the show. That was the first thing he found funny. That's nice. So anyway. Okay,
I was frozen.
today, you're frozen. Yes. You're cracking up. You're just frozen. Anyway, hey, by the way, Putin, did you see this today? Putin said that President Joe Biden is projecting on him America's guilt for slavery and the treatment of Native Americans when he called the Russian dictator a killer. That seems just so true, doesn't it? And then Putin, he did this. He wished Biden good health and said he would send him the same soup he sends to all his political opponents. Luckily, Joe ain't eating no soup.
Chicken soup.
Chicken soup. By the way, I'd like to stop and tell the Secret Service that was a joke attacking Putin. I love Joe Biden. He should live forever. Okay. Just wanted to put that out there before there's a ring at my doorbell before this show ends. Also, a U.S. intelligence report says that Russia used Trump allies to influence the 2020 election with the goal of denigrating Biden. Sadly, it didn't work because Trump was denigrated so much more for his actions from the last 4 years. It hurt. Okay, that joke was too wordy. What's funny to me is on my big screen is Jeff Shaw walking on a track, and it's really distracting.
It looks like one of the Joker's henchmen. It's
Yeah,
very
it looks
upsetting.
like he's got a bandit hat on. He's got a bandit shirt. It's like he's sneaking in with Jason Statham to find some kid that he's got.
How about if I just do jumping jacks?
That's a better idea. I think you should do Pilates. Let's see some downward dog. Okay, I've got 19 more jokes.
There you go.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Alice
Look at my
is taking
character
over my
crew.
screen, so that's good. Alice is back. Alice, I can look at. Here we go. So, hey, here's fun. Spring breakers are headed to Florida by the millions, spreading their towels on the beach and passing COVID and herpes around like a frosted peach daiquiri. Great to be young and in love, isn't it? So, I just wanted to put the word herpes in a joke. So,
Works.
Frosted
okay.
Peach Daiquiri. That was my college nickname.
That was yes. I was in the band Frosted Peach Daiquiri for 2 years.
Every time you say herpes, I put my camera back on.
Oh, that's good. And everybody look close at Jeff's lips. Anyway, you know what? With all the stuff going on, very few people noticed that a violent pro-Trump conspiracy nut from Texas was arrested outside the vice president's residence yesterday with guns and ammo. Did you see this?
I did, yeah.
Patti does not look like she saw this. Did you not see this, Patti? No, she didn't see this. Luckily, the vice president and her family don't live there yet. Of course, Fox News reported that the man, Paul Murray, was arrested because he wasn't wearing green. That was the lightest joke you could have written right there. That was the least amount of punchline for as much work as you can get on that joke. So, okay. Where'd number 10 go? Hey, this one too, I don't have a lot of faith in.
But he's going to tell it anyway.
Yes, he is.
I'm going to tell it anyway.
Now, Alice,
I own this equipment, my friend. An 18-year-old, but it's a positive joke. It's something joyous. An 18-year-old senior at Phillips Executor Academy in New Hampshire, Yun Sao Choi, has come up with an algorithm for matchmaking that compares an infinite number of men with an infinite number of women to find a perfect match for relationships, and it's amazingly accurate. It's really a cool algorithm. She has won a $250,000 scholarship and a date with someone she didn't like at all.
Oh boy.
All right.
Now you're
Somebody's doing something goofy because I'm getting sounds in my computer.
Yeah, somebody's notifications are audible. Please turn them down if your computer is making noises when somebody sends you a message.
They're getting notified to go to another show. Okay, now it goes down quick. So here we go, the last three little things.
Oh gosh.
So millions, because we have to deal with these things. Here we go. Millions of scared Christians this week screamed, "What will I tell my children?" when during the Grammys, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion took to the stage to sing the hit WAP, which stands for Whites Are Prudes, I think. I don't exactly know. But so my advice to parents is first, you can turn off the Grammys.
Yeah.
Precisely.
And if they did see it, then all you have to say is, hey, kids, those are some very tough ladies who don't let men touch them unless they want them to. At all. So luckily, though, most good little white kids' parents had their daughters watching a wholesome show that teaches how men and women are supposed to act. Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
That was a long way to go. Okay. I looked down, thought I saw John Travolta. That's not it. So, by the way, that reminds me to talk about this. So this week, the right-wing Pepe Le Pew fan club people were so mad this week at Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion because they watched them control their own bodies and sexuality, and they just can't stand that. You know, so, and they were so mad that they had one of their Christian buddies who was having a bad day murder a bunch of Asian women. Now, not necessarily a joke there, but if you don't see how these things are related, you might have voted for Trump. So that's a lot to unpack. So here's my message to close with. So there's a lot to unpack, I know. Here we go. So, but what I'm saying is, and I'm reading this because I wrote it and I feel strongly about it. The cocktail of misogynistic mindset with a nice sprinkle of racism, a liberal dose of white supremacy and white privilege, shake it up with an evangelical Christian sauce. Yes, there's a sauce in this cocktail. And put it in a glass of, oh, it's women's fault for how she looks or that she exists. Add to that, a man is just being himself, and drop in 3 cubes of dismissing racism and sexist comments, and you get another Robert Aaron Long showing up with a gun. Okay, not a big joke there, but I'm really angry about what went on today or yesterday. So thank you very much. We've got a great show. Are we ready to do it? Let's hear it, everybody. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! And I didn't feel that topic needed a lot of giggles, right? So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the giggles and bring Steve Goodie up. Let's hear it for Steve Goodie.
Let's hear it for Brad Frosted Peach Daiquiri Tassell.
My computer is frozen.
On a tear. Yeah, glad he's got 2 cameras because one of them is frozen with him really saying something he means.
And that is the one that is gonna close.
I like
and that is the one running the show, but you're
That's
still
my
good.
All right. Well, hi, I'm Steve Mint Julep Goodie, wearing one of my favorite St. Patrick's Day shirts. Thank you very much. And it's time for our top 10 list. And this week I pre-recorded it. So let's just go right to the tape, shall we? Yes, we shall. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another top 10 list. You know, we do this every week since Letterman has been off the air for 5 years and Fallon and Colbert are still doing their shows in their underwear in the garages. As a throwback to the old days, we do top 10 lists. And tonight it's very special because yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, which we are still celebrating. And tonight's top 10 list is all about St. Patrick's Day, and a very happy St. Patrick's Day to ya. And that is a terrible Irish impression, but it kind of fits in because I got a bunch of Irish friends and American friends to do their best Irish accents to help me with tonight's top 10 list. The category tonight is top 10 little known bona fide Irish St. Patrick's Day traditions. And well, that's yellow and blue like we usually do, but for St. Patrick's Day, can we make that yellow and green? There you go. Top 10 little known bona fide Irish St. Patrick's Day traditions. Number 10.
Run down to the pub with Sir Patrick Stewart.
Number 9.
And boldly go where no Irishman has gone before.
Number 8.
Find the hospital in Dublin where Patrick Ewing was born and erect a statue.
Number 7.
And giggle about the word erect.
Number 6.
Find that idiot who decided beer should be green.
Number 5.
And buy that idiot up here.
Number 4.
Write a naughty limerick in the town of Limerick.
There once was a lassie so tiny,
With locks that were flowing and shiny.
when in the latrine,
She'd floss herself clean.
by rubbing her hair on her hiney.
Thought I'd pause again. This is our top 10 little known bona fide Irish St. Patrick's Day traditions. Number 3.
Run down to the docks in Belfast and scream, you know that famous huge boat you built?
It
fucking sank.
like immediately.
Number 2.
Wander the streets of Galway, misquoting Patrick Henry through a bullhorn.
Give me liberty or give me Beth. You know, my favorite song from Kiss.
And the number 1 little known bona fide Irish St. Patrick's Day tradition.
Drive the snake out of the US White House.
Oh, wait. You did that already on January 20th.
Yay. Thanks, everybody, for participating in that. I appreciate everybody's help.
Great.
And, we had one more entry. She wanted to do hers Scottish, not Irish. And I know that's against the rules, but I said she could. So on our top 10 little known bona fide Irish St. Patrick's Day traditions, number 0.
Get me arse kicked by the Scots.
Steve Goodie, everybody. Come on.
Yeah.
Now I don't know where we are, though, because my computer's back, but I don't know. Are you spotlit still, Steve?
I am, and it's time to go to Patti.
No, I know where to go. I just wanted to know what we were looking at. So now I'm going to go back to me because I've got another 14 jokes. Here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go. That was beautiful, Steve, and thank you for letting us be part of it. I thought that was very fun.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks for playing. So you're right, everybody. We are going to do something we do every week that brings us joy and happiness and classes up the place. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to find her on the thing. There's a lot of people here, so I'm trying to find her. There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see her. It's Patti Vasquez, everybody. Yay!
Well, you know I like using visuals, so I thought I'd pull up the. This actually is a photo of our river that they tied over the weekend. And right over this way, I was fired from a job where I reported sexual harassment and abuse. So anyway.
You're on the Grammys. Yay!
Yay! You know, a lot has happened as Brad touched on a lot of things, and typically I do a rant on whatever the news stories are of the week, but I think that Brad went a long way of covering racism and misogyny, and I don't think we need to go back there. I think that we can move forward, and I'm going to call this piece In the Shadow of a Schnoodle. So,
My other college nickname.
I'm an only child. I do have half siblings, and they don't count. So here's it's true. I have Irish and German siblings. Bonnie and Glenna and Mike were Irish and German, and Jesus, Alejandra, and Maria are all from Mexico. And they don't, it's true. That's my family. I'm the only one that's Irish and Mexican. So I grew up pretty much alone, and I desperately wanted a dog. And so my parents said what any responsible parent would do, which was a kind parent and generous parent, loving, wanting to give their child some sort of connection with a pet. They bought me, 3 goldfish. And I'm not sure if I was supposed to divide up the responsibilities of a dog to my goldfish. Like one was supposed to, fetch, and the other one was supposed to cuddle, and the other one was supposed to sit and stay. But they died. And then they upgraded me to a hamster, which my father killed by putting outside because the wheel was really loud. That's a longer story for another night. So finally they adopted a beautiful little schnoodle named Pepper. Now, every parent that adopts, that agrees to get a dog, says that they will, it's going to be your responsibility and make sure you walk the dog. And I made all those promises. Only here's the thing. My parents fell desperately in love with this dog. I was one of those kids who they called my dog my little sister. So much so that when my class pictures were taken, they put her picture above, by mine. So this Pepper, in that frame, Pepper is right below me. You can't see it there because I can't slide. But she's... we had our class pictures together. We adopted Pepper when I was 9 years old. She lived so long that my husband met her when I was 28 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So she lived to be 22. This dog, my dad was a limo driver. He used to drive her around in the limo and go to the McDonald's drive-thru and say, just a hamburger, no bun. My client doesn't like the bread. So, this dog was revered and loved by my parents so much that they would always say, why can't you be more like your sister? We tried adopting we adopted another dog named Monty. My parents could not get used to calling him Monty. And they would say to Monty, why can't you be more like Pepper? So I just want you to know, if my parents ever meet you, or my mom ever meets you, you are living in the shadow of a schnoodle. This is Pepper. Anyway, just wanted to tell you about, I really just wanted to share it with my beautiful dog.
Patti Vasquez, keep it going. Yay. Patti, you know something? You always look so freshly scrubbed on this show. I look at you and
feel shiny when I'm on I don't know what that is. Is it too many lights? Hold on, let's just do that.
I don't know. But you just look like you're just out of the bath.
Nature of the rest of us.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, no, you're better shiny. You're better shiny. I like your shiny. So anyway.
You project your own light, Patti.
Oh, there you go.
That's true. Yes, you're beaming. You are burning from the inside to the rest of the world, and I think that's beautiful. So, all right, clap again for Patti.
Yay!
By the way, before I talk about giving us money, here's how much I've evolved as a man. I had 5 jokes about my schnoodle that I'm not doing. I've moved on from that kind of stuff. So never again. Never talking about my schnoodle. So anyway, by the way, what we like you do is Lenny Schmidt is costing us over $4,000 this week, and that's just to rent his equipment. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click on donate to the comics, and we will give every cent to Jeff Shaw to maybe get a better gym membership. I don't know, but we'll split the money up anyway. Please do that. Also, all of us, Lenny has an amazing podcast. He's on Spotify, everywhere. You can get that. He will tell us more about that. Quarantine Comedy. Patti has a ton of stuff out there. Comedy. Steve has 1 million songs. I have stuff on everything. Go find us. Ask Alexa our names every day. When you leave your house, mention our names. Let her talk about us all day. Do that for us, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, let's not stop. Let's bring on the star of our show. And we have a lot of people. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at him. It is Lenny Schmidt, everybody. Yay!
Hey, wait.
Yes.
Hey, Brad, I think you switched up the order there and screwed up our star.
I got my pajamas on.
Wait a minute. Time out. You're right. Lenny, that was a preview. Let's go to Steve Goodie, everybody.
Okay.
Now I'm not
Steve
ready.
Goodie.
I've been renting Lenny's equipment, but enough about his schnoodle.
Enough about his schnoodle. There we go. Look, hey, you've got a guitar.
That's
Woo!
correct.
Steve Goodie, everybody.
That's because on this list of what happens, it says Steve does a song now. So I thought I would.
My handwriting is so bad that I couldn't read it when I looked over at it.
It's okay. We're going to take it out of your check.
Yes.
Happy St. Patrick's Day again, but there's another important holiday that's coming up. Usually it happens in April, but this year it's happening earlier. And I'm referring, of course, to Passover. How many of the tribe do we have with us tonight? Me and Dad. All right, good. Normally these things don't go together, but here's my favorite Passover St. Patrick's Day song.
Okay.
When I was just a little lad, me mother asked of me, what do you want, my darling boy? What do you want to be? A doctor, a lawyer, some kind of PhD. But I said, sorry, mama, mine is a fakakta destiny. I want to be Irish, Irish, Irish. I want to get lucky in a pub by the sea. Be an O'Brien, O'Grady, O'Veasmere. I want to be Irish, Irish, Irish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. Now everybody jig in your chair. Come on, we're getting yitty with it. So I sailed away to Ireland and broke me mother's heart. There I shed me former self and made a brand new start. Me friends all call me Seamus, sweet Molly calls me dear. And as we walked on down the aisle, I heard her whisper in me ear, I want to be Jewish, Jewish. I want to read Talmud on Christmas Eve. No. I want to eat lots of matzah and whitefish. I want to be Jewish, Jewish, Jewish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee. Everybody jig! What'll I tell me mother? What'll I tell me priest? So we flew back to America where Mama welcomed us. She hugged my darling Molly saying, you'll convoy, I trust. Molly said, yes, Mama, I already did. Mama said, my dear, that's wonderful, but what about the kids? They're gonna be Jewish and Irish and Jewish, Spanish and Guinness equally, with names like Abraham, O'Flanahan, McGee, Berg. Jewish, Irish, Irish, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, just as Jewish, Irish as can be. A diddly-do, a diddly-dee.
A diddly-dee.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad we didn't forget that.
Now we can try to forget it.
Now we can try. Now let's move on with our lives. Lenny, you still here?
I'm here. Now I'm ready.
Oh,
now
good.
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have yet to see him. Here he is. It's a surprise. It's Lenny Schmidt, everybody. That's it. You just talk now.
Okay. Oh, that's it. That's it. Hey, everyone. Good to be here. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I had Brad on my show the other day, so it's a pleasure to be here. I'm all caught up. I've watched all 700 episodes of this show, so I know exactly what to expect. It's good to do a show. It's nice to be home. I actually traveled last week. I was in Salt Lake. I flew for the first time during the thing. I went into the airport. No one's in the airport, which is pretty cool. It's very low. But people seem cranky. I don't know why. I was following the rules. I had the mask. I was walking through. I had the sanitizer. I think it was all the coughing and hacking I was doing through the terminal. I think that might be doing it. Yeah, and every 6 minutes or so, it'd scream something like, I've got the COVID. And people would just run out of my way. It worked very well. I'm very happy with that. But I'm following all the rules. Here's the thing. I hate the rules. I think they're stupid, but I follow every single rule because I'm pretty sure everyone is smarter than me. That's the way I follow it. So I will do every rule. But at this point, I'm tired of rules. I can't wait till this is over and there's no more rules. They change constantly. It's like you can wear a mask in a restaurant, wear it when you're sitting down, don't sit down 10 feet away, 6 feet away. Just recently they were telling us that we're going to have to wear 2 masks. I got a feeling at this point there's people just sitting around the CDC looking at each other going, I'm pretty sure we will make them all wear 2 masks now. What do you think? Also, with the quarantine, I live in LA, so we're much stricter than the rest of you guys. We can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. So I read about COVID all day. I'm so caught up on this disease. And I'm one of these guys that every time they come out with a new symptom, I have the symptom. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. I got itchy eyes. I got a cough. My throat hurts. My ovaries are swollen. It's a huge issue for me. And I am one shot into the vaccine, so I get my second shot next week. So I'm happy about that. Normally, I don't like going to the doctor. This is why I bring it up. I go once a year to the doctor, one time a year. That's it. That's the only time. The night before my birthday, I have my checkup every night. The night before my birthday, I do it on purpose because the night of my birthday, I do stuff. I do everything. Everything I am not supposed to do. Scotch, red meat, cigars. I don't care. Heroin. I don't care. I'll break all the rules. I'll tear a tag off a mattress. I don't care. But I've learned this. When you're over 50, you can't go to the doctor the night after drinking. It just doesn't, your body's all messed up. You know what I mean? They take my blood pressure. Suddenly I'm surrounded by 9 guys in hazmat suits. You know what I mean? And here's the worst part about that. I just changed doctors. I hate that changing doctors is the worst thing in the world to do. You know why? Because you have to have a meeting with the new doctor. The first meeting, when you sit down and he's got your medical reports and he's asking you questions. And now you got to remember all the lies you told the previous doctors. That's a lot of pressure, man. You know, he's looking at me like, so how much do you drink? I'm like, what does it say there? He's like, it says you drink 3 or 4 scotches a night. I'm like, did I say that? I must have been drunk when I answered that question. And here's the hard thing about it. When I do get my yearly checkup, I do it. It's the night before my birthday, which is in the middle of the holidays. I'm one of those guys that just lets the holidays go. You know what I mean? Everybody watches what they eat, freaks out. Not me. When the holidays come, I just know I'm not going to eat well and I'm going to drink bad. Here's the thing. Every Thanksgiving, I just accept the fact my diet is going to be messed up to the following Halloween. That's just how I roll. I expected more out of that joke, but that's all right. That's fine. I spent the quarantine. I'm quarantined in California with my 2 teenage daughters here in California. Yeah, I almost want to get COVID. I don't want to get, this is the worst. I can't handle being with the daughters anymore. This is tough. How many times can you be called boomer in your own house? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not, and they think they're so funny. They'll look at me and they'll say something. You know what boomer means, Dad? I'm like, does it mean guy who pays all the bills? They hate that joke. They can't stand it. Here's the thing. Both daughters live with me now, right? But my oldest moved in with me 2 years ago. She's going to school out here in California, so I had her move in. And this is when the world was normal, right? And everyone said to me, "Aren't you worried about traveling? Because your daughter's home, she's alone. Aren't you worried?" I go, "No, I'm not." You know why? Because she's the most well-behaved kid. You know why? 2 words: Catholic school. Yeah, we pounded guilt in her head for 13 years. That kid, I'm telling you, right? She calls me when she screws up. I'm serious. I was on the road one time. She calls me on the phone. She's like, "Dad, I just want you to know I was out 10 minutes past curfew." Right? I'd have never known. I never gave her a curfew. Here's how uptight my daughter is. Here's how uptight my oldest daughter. I keep looking because she's over there somewhere. Here's how uptight my oldest daughter is. I gave her tickets 8 years ago to the Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball tour, right? And I gave her the tickets, and she looks at me and goes, "We are not going to the show." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "This is a completely inappropriate show." Right? This is why I wanted to go. Seriously. So I took my neighbor kids. I don't need that. That's the worst. Yeah. $3.50 a pop. And it's tough. I'll be honest with you. It's a little, the things have changed. My oldest, she's strict. The roles have reversed in this house. I'm scared. She's really uptight. Last night was St. Patrick's Day. I went out. Everything's fine. 3 a.m. I walk in. The house is dark. I lock the door. Lights kick on. Where have you been? I'm out. I'm 56. I can go do whatever I want to do. She's like, "Is that liquor I smell?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's liquor you smell. Daddy drinks grown-up juice." And she's like, "Not in my house." I'm like, wait, what? So now I have a curfew. It's the worst. I'm doing this. I'm not even at the house. I'm next door at my neighbor's house. I had to get away from her. I snuck out the window. They have no idea that I'm here. There's a huge watermelon in my bed with 2 masks on right now, just laying there waiting for me. Here, and I think most comics can relate to this. Now, it's been hard for me writing this last year because all of my stuff is based on experience. You can see this last few minutes I've been talking about COVID, talking about my daughters, but I'm not going out and doing anything. So I can't write about any human experience stuff. So I've taken to writing about different things. So here's something I tried. We're going to try this and see if it works. This is something a little different for me, but I'm going to give it a shot. These are things you will never hear out of another human being's mouth. Never. These are things you'll never hear from another human being. Here's one. I have a vegan meal for Ted Nugent. There's another one. That fire is getting out of hand. We should pour some gas on it. Things you'll never hear. Here's one. This is a personalized one. You'll never hear Bobby Flay say, I stake my culinary reputation on the quality of that McRib. These are things. Here's another one. Here's one you'll never hear in my house. Okay, boomer, you're right. These are things you're never going to hear. Okay, here's another one. Both sides of the aisle agree there were no problems with the election whatsoever. These are things you're never going to hear. Here's another one. God save the Queen, Meghan Markle. These are things. Got one more. That's good. That's good. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, here's your things you'll never hear. Outstanding work with that equation, professor. Really brilliant work. Sit down, have a seat. We're going to double check these numbers with Kim Kardashian. These are things. Okay. All right. I got one more joke and we're going to wrap this up. I think it's a good timing wise. This goes well. I can't wait to travel again. I'm looking forward to going back. I work ships a lot. I can't wait. I don't know. Some of you have been on ships. Some of you have not, but let me give you some advice. If you ever travel back into the United States, it's tedious standing in line in customs. This will break the day up for you. This will make it fun for you. This is what you do when you get to the front of the line going through customs and immigration. Walk up and look at the customs agent and do this. Just go. Hey, is it illegal to bring drugs into the country? And then he will look at you and he'll go, yes. And you look at him and calmly and politely go, okay. Thank you. And then look at the guy behind you and go, I told you.
Oh, ouch.
Ha! So I got that. Whoa. Oh, hey.
Oh.
She disappeared.
She's a ghost.
I'm telling some jokes to some friends.
Oh. Ooh. This is like Stir of Echoes. What's happening? She came out of the wall.
Oh, look at that look on his face.
I'm sort of seeing her. I can kind of hear her.
Hey! Yeah.
That was a little theater piece at the end. That's there. Nice. Thank you very much.
Little theater piece. Little theater piece. Lenny Schmidt, everybody, clap. You know, Lenny, I would like to do 2 things. Number 1, I would like Steve to talk about how your sound has been the best sound we've ever had in this show. Would you agree?
Yes.
Thank you so much for having real sound. 2, that was an incredible set. Thank you very much. You also have a glowing light from your soul that comes out of your body. That's beautiful. And when does your dry bar come out? You know?
Oh, no, we haven't gotten that far yet. It's going to be a while. It's going to be quite a while. So we just shot it. So I got to imagine it's going to be at least 4 to 6 months. I don't know what the turnaround is on those. So
how'd it go?
It's going to be a while. Huh?
How'd it go?
It went really well. It went great. It was fun. They had like 85% in the room. It was nice. It was great. It was I was a little rusty first show, you know, I felt it, but the second show was fine. It was, and they treat you great. It's a great gig. So it was really a lot of fun.
Well, let me mute Jeff. Tell us how he did.
Jeff was, I got to be honest with you, that's Jeff's second dry bar that he's
Yeah,
done.
I know.
And he is he's a writing machine and a
monster
student of stand-up. And he did a great job. He's got some really clever stuff in this next one. He did an excellent job. The material was spot on. It was great.
Thanks.
Well,
It
was impressive to watch
him
him work because I know how hard he put into it.
Yeah.
Well, same here, man. And a week ago tonight, we were at Denny's together.
We were at Denny's. Yeah, we're at Denny's and had possibly the worst service I've ever had at a Denny's. It was great.
Wow.
Jeff had to ask
That's
for
saying something.
Jeff asked for decaf 19 times. It was the worst.
And Jeff did a good bit of the material here beforehand, so we knew it was already funny. So we knew it was already funny. So
yeah, it was a really good job. It was really clever written stuff. It's always really clever from Jeff.
And and what I loved about Lenny's set was he did a segment of material which in less accomplished hands might not have been dry bar ready, but about your divorce and everything. And it was it could be probably one. I could see it going viral, being one of the top clips because it's such an incredible bit. And it's an example that when you do dry bar, it's not the topics and the subject matter, it's the premises. Yeah. And
it's
so,
it was. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
That closing bit destroyed.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, well, we'll see it coming up, Dry Bar. Let's hear it again, Lenny Schmidt, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, no, by the way, I did want to announce that my memoir is coming out, and it is called Less Capable Hands.
I'm going to read
The Shadow of a Schnoodle. That's right.
And no more schnoodle from Brad is the bottom part. So,
and Brad.
So hey, guess what I remembered? I remembered that I'm going to replace with Steve Goodie, and he's going to do something.
Hi. Well, first I want to say what a great group we are tonight. Everybody just looks and sounds particularly awesome. Patti looks fabulous. Brad looks well coiffed. Lenny has his fancy blue microphone and is wearing his pearls. Thank you for that, and we appreciate what you're doing. Smile. I am actually wearing my bedazzled jockstrap, but enough about me. We've been talking a lot in the past few weeks about silent movies from the past. We did a thing about Buster Keaton, and we showed a couple movies that I directed with a character called Zoe back about 20 years ago. And I'd like to share another little silent movie I made. This is how art doesn't just imitate life. Art comes from life. Have you ever been in a band? Have you ever been playing your heart out, practicing in the woodshed, and you get a knock on the door, not from the neighbors, but from the cops, because the neighbors are too chicken to tell you you're playing too loud, and they go right to the cops. Well, that happened to me in a band I was in, and we made a little movie about it. I hope you enjoy.
Nice.
It's interesting how police brutality was funny back then.
I was going to say, I was looking at that going, you know what? That really is a little unnerving now.
A little problematic now, ain't it? I think I'll cancel
especially
myself.
for the fact that that guy looked like he was Samoan. So I feel like
he's actually my bandmate. We were the ones.
I know.
No, but he's the one that we were actually making the noise when the cops were called. He wanted to play the bad guy. So.
No, I know. But today you may not be able to make that film as well.
You drop the last 45 seconds of that thing, and it's great.
Yeah.
Like right before the plant the drugs, it's the last 45 seconds you step in every social taboo there is.
Yeah, that is so funny. And by the way, that's what Steve looked like when he was 12.
Yeah. Hey, eyeliner was cheap back then.
I was going to say you really had you hadn't grown into that savoir-faire of an adult by then. So, by the way, that reminds me to tell everybody that this Sunday night at literally midnight, Steve and I are going to do a new show that we haven't exactly titled yet. I'm calling it Yep, We're Up To. And what we're going to do is we're going to play videos and songs that we have and bits that we have, and we're going to discuss where they came from and how we created them. And we're just going to do that because we're up late at night, and we hope other people will be up late at night too. It will also be streamed on 3 different platforms at the same time, YouTube and 2 places on Facebook. So if you want to join us, great. And we'll put more information up about that later. So before we go, I wanted to talk about this. I usually have a terrible bit right now, but this isn't really a bit at all. I got a massage. And I hadn't had one in obviously over a year because I thought it was too dangerous. But I had gotten injured the other day. I don't know if I told this story, but I fell. Did I tell you this? That I fell in the mud and I hurt my leg and it was swelled up really bad. And I fell into a muddy creek and I was covered in mud and I was limping. And as I limped back to my car, I saw a group of, in Bowling Green, we have a group that makes meals for homeless people. Out near a bridge, and they were making meals. So I come limping up, mud all over my body, and they all run over like I'm in need of the most help of anybody in the world. But, oh my God, you need a meal, as they're all eating. And I was like, no, I don't need a meal. And I felt so bad. And so I gave him $50 and limped away. So I just felt so bad. So I got a massage, and I felt it was okay because I've had both vaccines, and the massage therapist has had COVID 6 times. So I figured it was okay. But what I always never, and people keep calling me a prude, and I think that's true because the last thing they say before they leave the room is get undressed to your level of comfort and get under the blanket. And I was like, is a hazmat suit okay? I just cannot get naked in front of anybody at all. That's just not, you know, so I went down to you. Yeah, I just went down to my tracksuit. I know. So yes.
Wow.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a great time. Let's hear it again for Patti and Lenny and Steve and everybody. And thank you for Jeff and everybody for coming in. And let's hope this stayed up on Facebook and my computer died. We've got a great show next week. I think Taylor Mason is here. I think Taylor Mason, who's an incredible actor. And hopefully either Carla or Lauren will join us or Rob. But again, after the Thursday song, everybody hang out for a little bit and talk for about 5 minutes. And Facebook, we will see you later. Have a great day. Thanks. Go ahead, Thursday.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk, bone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday.